Hello and welcome back to another Flute tip of the week. About a year ago, I recorded a few of these videos in our summer house in Nova Scotia. I am once again here and it is beautiful weather out and I'm really sad that I only get to be here for a couple of weeks. But of course, even though I'm technically on my holiday time, I know that the internet doesn't stop and so therefore neither can I. For our subject today, there are a lot of ways to talk about it that are common misconceptions that are kind of traditionally passed on through music generations. So today, I am going to be talking about one of these misconceptions that will help you when you are preparing to support your playing properly. Without understanding where support comes from in your body, you won't have the confidence or stability to be able to play to your absolute best. The way that a lot of people describe support is by saying, use your diaphragm. Now, the diaphragm reacts to how you breathe, and so it drops when you breathe in and raises when you breathe out, depending on how full your lungs are. While technically you are able to train yourself to be able to control the diaphragm, that is not actually the muscle group that we are trying to utilize to be able to support our air and make a better sound and play in a more grounded fashion. Really what we need to be thinking about is engaging our abdominals around the stomach region. No, you do not need to be a bodybuilder or have a six-pack to be able to have a well-supported sound. But you do need to understand the difference between tightening and engaging your muscles. And this is going to allow you to have a more open sound and feel more confident that what you're doing will be maintained through the rest of your phrase. The difference that it makes when you are supporting your air versus not supporting it is quite massive. When you're supporting your air, you are able to control your sound so that nothing will waver. You are able to continue the note to its absolute farthest length without running out of air as quickly. And also it is a lot more comfortable, and so the audience will never be aware of you running out of air, and therefore your attention will not be transferred to them and they will continue to enjoy your performance. When you don't support your air, you lose the ability to control how your sound is developing throughout the phrase, as well as being able to control how much air and when you are using it. What I'm going to do today is show you exactly where you need to think about engaging your muscles, as well as give you a few exercises that you can do while playing the flute so that you can get used to using them. First, I want to tell you why I use the word engage as opposed to tighten. Now, it is really important in basically any facet of life where you're going to be trying to develop and grow in your skills to use positive words and to use positive enforcement as opposed to saying I shouldn't, I can't, and I will not. If you change something from I need to force my abs to tighten enough to play, you should say I need to think about engaging my muscles that will allow me to play better. It's not just for your physical relaxation, but also for your peace of mind. And so whenever I say engage your muscles, that just means activate. That means basically flex what you're using so that you are able to have them active and ready to go. As we talked about in my video about posture a few weeks ago, it is important to have your torso and your shoulders, everything, in proper alignment so that your muscles can all work together towards the same goal. If you're going to be playing sitting down, you want to make sure that you're not crunching down, which will mean that you're not able to control your abdominal muscles, because suddenly, instead of being in a straight line where they're going to be well controlled into whatever you need to do, suddenly you've got yourself on an angle that is going to be working against what your muscles are needing to accommodate. Now what I want you to do is sit up straight and raise your legs as if you're trying to sit in a perfect 90-degree angle. And instead of getting tight in your chest and shoulder area, I want you to focus solely on using your lower abdominal muscles to raise your legs up and keep them supported. I've been doing this the whole time that I've been describing this to you, and already I can hear my voice is quite a bit louder because I automatically have the support that I need to be able to create more volume without having to force anything. With having your legs out, in this way will help you figure out exactly where your muscles are going to be engaging, and so you're going to be able to have a better idea of what you need to be feeling while you're standing normally and playing. Now what I want you to do is, while still sitting down, I want you to put your hands on your stomach and first feel what the outside of it feels like when you completely relax. This is where your muscles are when they are at their relaxed state and you're not trying to engage them. Now, without actively sucking in your air, just using your muscles, try to bring the front of your stomach closer almost to the back of your spine. So this doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be getting super tight and clenched, but just as if you have someone pressing against your stomach, but you're staying in the same place. So this should be a feeling that's slightly higher in your abdominals than when you were just using your legs. Now, go back to the relaxed version of your stomach, still having your hands in front of you, and I'm going to get you to take a deep breath in, and then while trying to control your air going out, have your stomach go back to the engaged version of your muscles and work at keeping it in the same place. So not juddering and relaxing the muscle while you're blowing out. Just have a constant stream of air going as if you're trying to play the longest note you can, but also having your hands on top of your stomach so that you can feel if you're starting to relax or tighten your muscles even more. The goal is to have it be completely steady so that your abdominals are in the same place at the start of your breath as at the end of when you've finished using all of your air. First, relax your stomach, take a deep breath in, and then engage your abdominals and blow out as evenly as you can. Now, your stomach will naturally go in a little bit more just from losing your air, but you should feel the same kind of tension in your belly from the beginning as from the end. You should do some of these exercises every morning before you do your proper long tones or scales so that you're able to warm up your muscles and then warm up your flute. So now that you have a better understanding of where everything needs to be while you're playing your sustained notes, go and do first a few of your long tones sitting down with your legs out in front of you, and then the rest of them just really focusing on having your muscles engaged evenly throughout the notes. A lot of the time, we do think that we're supporting constantly and only once in a while have to remind ourselves. But if we've been having this idea of support with your diaphragm or just having enough air will mean that you're supported, then these muscles might not be quite as in shape as you would need them to be. At first, if you're finding that you're having difficulty keeping your muscles activated, then use a timer either on your phone or if you have a kitchen timer, use one of those and try to set yourself time periods that you must maintain the same amount of strength evenly for perhaps 10 seconds at first, and then 20, and then 30. It might seem quite easy when you're just thinking about it, but it's the same as if you're trying to flex your arm muscle for a long period of time. At some point, your arm is going to start to shake, and you're going to want to give up. It's all about building it up. So the first steps to use this, again, are sitting down nice and straight and having your legs out at a 90-degree angle, doing a few breaths and playing a few notes like this, doing your breathing exercise while having your hands on your belly to make sure that you are still maintaining the same amount of energy in your abdominals. And then, after you do that, using that same breathing exercise whilst holding onto your belly with a timer on your phone or a kitchen timer, and just getting used to doing this for longer periods of time. So do these exercises, and at the beginning of the week, do a recording of a simple or casual excerpt or a little tune that you like. It could be anything from Happy Birthday to the On Track from Carmen. Then do a week where you're focusing on these exercises, and on the next Monday or Tuesday that you do, make a recording of the same tune and see if you have a difference in your tone. So again, that tip was, without knowing where your support is in your body, you won't have the confidence or stability to be able to play to your absolute best. I hope you find this week's tip helpful. A basic understanding of your body, plus a basic understanding of how to use your body needs to be put together so that you can be number one. I'll see you all next week. Flute happy, support happy, and be body aware happy. So Squidget has been wanting to bark the entire time that I've been recording. My mom kept on having to shush her from in the kitchen, but I wanted to show you all how pretty she is. We gave her a haircut yesterday, and afterward we had a pile of hair that was as big as she was. And when she got out of the garage after we were cutting her hair, she got so excited that she ran face first into a barrel. She doesn't look 15, does she? But you still act like a puppy. Can I have a kiss? Oh, thank you.